Welcome everyone, I'm Sherry Damaris and welcome to Macro Magic. Today I have with me Kerry Loeb, longtime friend, a shiatsu practitioner, Douyin teacher, and we're just really excited to have him on the show today. As you learn more and more macrobiotic cooking and more about the environment, we really want you to learn how to take care of your body and to start recognizing various acupressure points and movements that really helps you discharge the old junk that you've eaten and revitalize and heal your body. So welcome, Kerry from Mexico.
Thank you. Thank you.
So nice to have you on the show. Do you want to share with us a little bit about how you got started in body work and your interest also in macrobiotic cooking?
Yeah, sure. That goes back a lot of years, 35 years or more probably, maybe closer to 40 now. And I was living a life of extreme dysfunctionality at that point. I had some very terrible lifestyle choices I was making, and I realized I needed to turn it around, or else not live very much longer. So I decided to turn it around, and I was very fortunate because I met some really important people in my life who really taught me some very important things about macrobiotics, about cooking, about how to move the energy in the body in the most effective ways and how to help others do the same thing. And that was Shizuko Yamamoto and Patrick McCarty. So I apprenticed with them for 7 years and developed my own practice. I developed my own health center in the San Francisco Bay Area. And I've been teaching this Douyin, this self-massage technique, for a ton of years, a lot of years. And now I love it so much because I've been not only teaching it, but practicing it on myself. And I realize how important it is for me to maintain my health and keep myself in an optimal health condition. So then I've been teaching others how to do the same. And now I've turned it into a larger program that I just completed, actually, an online learning program about self-massage or Douyin.
And many people, Kerry, I don't know if they know about what Douyin is. I was so excited that you did create this program because there's very little amount of information on it on the internet or on YouTube. But it's such an important, really quick, easy practice that even older people could do in a nursing home. I mean, it doesn't take but, 20, 30 minutes to go through the body and do self-massage. Yeah. And many people think, oh, if I need a massage, I have to go get a massage from a separate person. So do you want to explain a little bit about what Douyin is and how you can use it daily to improve your health?
Sure. Yeah, I'd be happy to. And like you, Sherry, I'm very surprised that more people don't know about it or it's not more publicized because it's such a powerful technique. And the whole theory, as you know, in Eastern medicine is that if the energy is moving through the body, through the energy pathways of the body, and there's 14 of them, and I'll be referring to those today as meridians, if the energy is moving through all those meridians and through the internal organs, then illness, health imbalances, any sort of ill health, disease, and even pain could not exist. So that's the theory, and that's what Douyin is all about, is teaching people how to keep the energy, what we'll call qi, how to keep that qi moving through the body on a regular basis so that illness, health imbalances, disease, and pain cannot exist. And as you know, Sherry, you're such a wonderful teacher of in your health classes and your cooking classes. Food is such an important component, but I also feel that Douyin as an adjunct to a great diet it's a powerful combination. It's one that has changed my life and changed the lives of many other people that I've counseled. So
yeah, and so movement is so very important. I mean, even if you break your leg, the hospital has you up out of the bed the next day, saying that, for each day that you're lying down, your muscles are actually atrophying. Right. But also the energy is not moving, which really creates ill health.
Stuck chi, and stuck chi can lead to congestion in the meridians and the organs, which can lead to a disease state down the road. So that's why it's so crucial to keep the chi moving. And Sherry, you mentioned a 20-minute routine or whatever. Yeah, and in my program, one of the classes is all about just a routine, 15-minute routine. If that's all the time you have, here's what you do. If you have 20 minutes, even better. But 15 or 20 minutes a day and being consistent and disciplined can make some real big changes in one's health.
And what I like is it's not really hard. It's not like you need a yoga mat and you don't need, a lot of agility to do it. Any age, from childhood all the way up to elderly, can do self-massage, right?
Absolutely, yes. And I tell people, you can do it while you're watching TV, you can do it while you're walking down the street, you can be pushing points. What I'm going to show today does require a mat and everything, but it's something that can be done anytime, all the time. And here in Mexico, I'm walking down the street and I'm pushing points and I'm stretching and I'm opening up meridians, and all the Mexicans say, "Who's that crazy gringo?"
Well, I'm so excited today because you're going to show us some points to press, especially for headaches and toothaches and things like that. And then also demonstrate some movements, which are really important just to get your chi or your energy flowing.
Yes.
And
Good.
Did you want to start demonstrating, or we're going to wait for the second half?
Why don't I do that?
Okay.
I'm going to come to a standing position, and just to let everybody know, I'm going to be adjusting my screen on my computer so people can see me, whether I'm sitting or standing. I'm going to be standing. Let me see if everybody can see. Is that okay, Sherry? Everybody see okay?
Yep, perfect.
Right. So let's start. And this is just a routine I do every day, and something that I hope you can incorporate it into your health toolkit as well. We're just going to be standing, and I'm just going to do this, just kind of opening the arms and the upper body, going back and forth, keeping my fingers outstretched. And then I'm going to lift, as I come forward, I'm going to lift my knee up and lift the other side. And this gives us a little bit of an internal organ massage as we're opening up all the meridians in here, 6 meridians on each arm, and running through the chest. So we're just going back and forth, back and forth.
So meridians, you mentioned, are channels of energy where they put the acupuncture needles, right?
Yes, on the meridians or the channels of energy. That's where the points are, all the acupoints. And I'm going to be demonstrating some very specific and important acupoints in just a few minutes. So if we go now, there's a point right here called lung 1, which is extremely important for the lung function in the body, which right now is extremely important. Lung 1 right in this junction here. And the way we're going to get that, we're just going to turn and let our fist come over and hit that point as we move our body. Keep our fingers outstretched. Come in with the fist into lung 1, and we're opening up the spine, opening everything up, back and forth, just moving the energy, moving the chi, opening up the lungs.
Now this is sort of like...
And then holding one arm, we're going to come over, and we're just going to, with our fist, we're just going to hit here. A lot of good meridians up here, large intestine, small intestine, several others, and this is where energy or chi can get stuck. So we're pounding it out, and then massaging.
Kerry, that's really important for COVID, right? Lung, large intestine right now.
Absolutely, absolutely.
Lands itself in the lungs.
Keep those lungs open on a regular basis so that nothing can settle into the lungs. If we come to the other side, hold at the elbow, and I'm just pounding out these meridians, opening up the neck,
so
massaging.
If you have pain there, that indicates what? A weak intestine?
Well, it can indicate, it depends on what meridian it's on, because there's several that run up here, but yes, it indicates generally there's some stuck chi or stuck energy in whatever meridian line that is, that can then relate to the internal organ, which can then lead to some imbalances there, which we don't want to have happen. So we're affecting the internal organs by working the entire body. And this is one way to do it. Right here, the arms, there's 6 meridians in each arm. We're going to get to all of them right now. On this side of the arm is lung, large intestine, or excuse me, lung, heart governor. On this side of the arm, we have large intestine, small intestine, and triple heater. So we're going to open up all 6 meridians by just first pounding lung 1. Remember that point? Or excuse me, yes, lung 1. Opening up the lungs again, pounding down the inside of the arm, turning, pounding up, down the arm, lung, heart governor, heart, pounding up, large intestine, small intestine, triple heater, back and forth, holding the wrist, shaking it out, shaking it out. A lot of energy gets stuck in the joints in the body, so we want to open that up.
Especially when you're on the computer.
What's that?
Especially when you're on the computer.
Yes, definitely, definitely. Holding the elbow, and I'm just throwing out, opening up all the energy that's stuck in the elbow and moving energy down the arm. There we go. Other side. Let's do the same thing. We're going to pound lung 1 again, down the inside of the arm, all those what's called yin meridians, up and down, up and down, shaking it out, shaking it out, shaking out the hand. Very good. Holding at the elbow, throwing it out, throwing it out, throwing it out. Very good. And now I want to show some points in the back, at the base of the skull, top of the neck, about 2 inches out from either side, from the spine on either side. In the top 5 most important point in the body, gallbladder 20. I'm going to show you how to get to it. I'm going to turn around. It's right here. And the way we're going to get to it is we're going to come over, put our fingers into that point right here, the other hand here, and basically we're going to just be doing this. So I'm going to turn back around. If we're holding gallbladder 20, we're going to stretch and pull down with this hand and let these fingers massage those meridians.
That looks so wonderful.
Oh, it feels even better.
We have to take a break here, so we're gonna take a break, and we're gonna let you massage your gallbladder point, and then we're gonna come back and work on some other points in the body with you.
Very good. Okay, sounds good.
Boardwalks built for fun. Legendary rock and roll clubs.
This is how we do it. Hippity hop.
Casinos by the ocean.
Hippity hop.
Now that's New Jersey. 130 miles of beautiful beaches. Solid rock. And everything in between.
Look in the window.
Now that's New Jersey.
And here's what you're going to get when you sign up for this course. You will receive short daily video lessons, access to my Facebook page for questions and comments from other people just like you that are taking this course. Question and answer calls with me so that I can further assist you in realizing better health. Written information and drawings for your review. E-newsletters with important health tips. This program has everything you need to easily get the health results you are looking for. And you don't need to go into debt to afford this. This course is only $99, and what I'm going to offer you is a 20% discount until January 31st. So you can get the entire package for just $79 if you sign up by the end of January.
Hi, I'm Sherry Damaris. Welcome back to Macro Magic. I have with me Kerry Loeb, who's already showed us a couple exercises of Douyin. And Kerry, we just showed your commercial, which was very enlightening, about your new package that you're offering to people where they can sign up and do the daily practice by video, which is wonderful because there's, like I said, there's not much on the internet or on YouTube about Douyin.
Right, great. Yeah, wonderful. Yeah, it's I hope people can go to my website, kerryloeb.com, and check it all out. There's actually a free training on the website as well, so people can take that. And as it said in the commercial, this course is 4.5 hours. It's a half an hour a day for 9 days. And it's normally $99, but it'll be $79 through the month of January. So
nice.
Hope people can take advantage of that.
Nice. So we were working on the gallbladder meridian.
Yes. Good, I will continue. So gallbladder, remember how we're getting the gallbladder 20 and we're just stretching and opening. And the reason it's so important in Chinese medicine, this is where external pathogens can enter the body. Let's come to the other side. Same thing. We're just stretching and opening. And so in this area, especially in the wintertime, in December, January, February, March, in that area, this is when wind invasions can come in, external pathogens like viruses and colds and flu. And it enters through gallbladder 20. So we want to keep that open every day. And just a little health tip, make sure that the cold wind does not hit you here. So wear a scarf, like Sherry. Wear a scarf, wear a high collar. Don't let that wind hit the gallbladder 20 points. So there we go, stretching that out. In the program, I go into so much more and so many more stretches and exercises. But for today, we're just going to do that. But I do want to come down to the internal organs because it's so important. And so we're just going to pound in a clockwise motion all of the internal organs. I devote one entire segment in my program to internal organ massage because it's just so essential to keep the blood and the chi moving in here to maintain optimal health. So that's a little bit of that. Now I'm going to come to a seated position and I want to show you something. I'm going to adjust my camera and make sure everybody can see me. So we are right now in what's called kidney bladder time of year, which means the kidney bladder function can be at its weakest this time of year. And if we show, you're going to see a chart with the kidney bladder.
Yeah, we have the
function.
chart up.
It shows the dates, December 20th. You see that, Sherry?
Yes, December 21st to March 21st.
Yeah, and if you take a quick look at that, it shows that if the kidney bladder function is imbalanced, we're going to feel tired, fatigued. We're going to feel more fear. So if you feel a lot of fear in your life, and this is something I go into very much in the bigger program about the emotions related to the different organs and how we can correct the internal organs and also then affect the emotion that's related to that. So if you feel a lot of fear in your life, you can figure kidney bladder function might be a little off. Cold hands and feet, weak back, low back, weak knees, asthma, problems with fertility, conception, weakness of hearing and vision, weakness in teeth and hair loss. So you can see, I didn't take very good care of my kidneys once upon a time. So today I want to focus a little bit on the kidney function because it is so important. And the most important point on the kidney meridian is right here, kidney 1. And I'm going to show you a couple of ways to stimulate this point. It's so important. If all you can do is this in a seated position, that's fine. Just make sure you're pushing in on kidney 1. The way I like to get to it is come over like this, hold it, open it, and then pound with the fist into kidney 1. And now there's a map of the entire body on the bottom of the foot. So we're going to get the whole foot, get the whole body at the same time. Wrapping kidney 1, up and down, all over. That's kidney 1. I
So-
want to demonstrate another way to get to the kidneys because it's so important. I'm going to be seated. And so the kidney bladder works together. The bladder meridian runs on either side of the spine. And very important, it's hard to get to, but I'm going to show you a way we can get the kidneys and bladder at the same time. So in a seated position, if this is all you can do like this, that's okay. Just put your finger into the kidney point on both sides and just go back and forth and stimulate the kidney 1 point right in the middle. Now, this is a little more advanced. If you want, we're going to roll backwards and stimulate the bladder points, and we're going to come forward and we're going to stimulate the kidney 1 point. So make sure there's nothing behind you, like a table or chair. Although there's really good acupoints in the back of the head, so if you hit something, it'd be very stimulating for those points, but it wouldn't feel very good. So I don't recommend you do that. So here we go. I'm going to breathe in and breathe out as I come forward, and I'm just going to stimulate the kidney 1 point. Breathe in and breathe out. Breathe in, breathe out, and push kidney 1. Generally, I do that about 10 times each morning. For now, we'll just do those. So that's a couple of ways to get to the kidney 1 kidney points.
That's great.
And get to the bladder as well.
We want to fit the other 2 points in within the time of the show. So we'll move on to the next slide.
Yeah. Okay, so coming up, the next point, very important point, in the top 5 points in the body is something called spleen 6. And you might see it on the screen what it's good for. It's very good for immune function. By the way, kidney 1 is extremely good for immune function. So spleen 6, good for digestive disorders, menstrual issues, insomnia, anxiety, palpitations, and dizziness. Put 4 fingers right here. At the top of that finger, behind the bone, is spleen 6. So let's breathe in.
For our viewers to know that these points are actually used in acupuncture as well. That's where they put the needles.
Absolutely. That's really good. Yes, if you go to an acupuncturist, you're going to get needles in these most important points, what I call the power points in the body. And by the way, the most important points in the body are from the knee to the toe and from the elbow to the fingertips. So the points furthest away from the internal organ.
That's so
spleen
interesting.
6, very important. We're just going to get in there and we're just going to push, stimulate in a clockwise direction. Around and around. Breathing, breathing, stimulating spleen 6. And coming now to what many people, myself included, believe is the most important point in the body, stomach 36. And you'll see on your screen, stomach 36 is really great for immunity, really wonderful point for immunity and illness, any sort of chronic illness or digestion problems, general weakness, real low energy, stomach 36, insomnia, depression. The way we're going to get it, we come up this right here, up the bone on the outside. It stops right there. We're going to reach over. We're going to put our fingers here, and we're going to come over with the other hand and pull those fingers into that point. Using our body weight, just going backward, back, and using our body weight to pull the fingers into stomach 36. This point is called the 3-mile point. That's the translation from San Ri in Chinese. And what it means is many centuries ago, the Chinese, they have their boots up to here, the army, Chinese army. And when they get tired at 3 miles, they put a pebble into this point inside of their boot and they could keep going. So that's a clue. It gives you energy. Very good. So stomach 36 is pulling back into that point. And again, you can do these points while you're watching TV, you're just kind of hanging out.
So simple,
Just
right?
points. Pounding down the stomach meridian. Back and forth, opening up the whole meridian. Okay, other side. We'll hit spleen 6 again, 4 fingers on top of the ankle bone. You can see that. And breathe in and breathe out.
Kerry, what I love about your videos and your teachings is you're so enthusiastic and you have such great energy. And I think that just picks up the, when people follow your classes, they feel much better just from your very vibrant, positive energy.
Thank you. That's good to hear. Well, it's authentic. I'm very enthusiastic about this work because I believe in it so much. It's helped me so much. So spleen 6 right here. By the way, this point brings energy down from this part of the body, so it's contraindicated when women are pregnant. So when my ex, the mother of my daughter 31 years ago, was pregnant, I'd work all the points in her body during her pregnancy, except this point. But when she when she went into labor, I only pushed this point. And she had a 5.5 hour home birth, very easy labor.
Oh.
And I took complete credit for, I was completely responsible for that, I told her. I don't think she appreciated that. Spleen 6, though, it does speak to its importance. It does a lot of things in the body. Coming over to stomach 36, remember opposite hand over, top right here. Follow the line up where it stops at the bone, fingers in, other hand on top, and back. Stimulating.
Kerry, I know that some people put moxa, which is mugwort, dried mugwort. They light it and they hold it above these points, or just a hot cigarette to stimulate the points as well as using your thumb or using an acupuncture needle.
Yeah, that's good, Sherry. That's a good point. And in my program, I talk about moxa and show what it is and what it does and where you can get it, because there are certain points in the body where it's highly indicated. And stomach 36 is one of those points. Wonderful for warming it up, heating it up, getting that chi moving, bringing the energy up in the body, bringing the immunity up in the body, helping with digestion, all those sorts of things.
As we wrap up, is there any last minute quick breathing exercise or anything you want to leave viewers with? And also you want to mention your website again.
Okay, yes, there is one thing I want to show. I didn't get a chance today to show this point, so you're going to have to enroll in the program to to see this point. It's one of the top 5 in the body, governing vessel 20. It's it's a spiritual point. It's where the body meets the heavens, according to Chinese medicine. And I demonstrate in the program how to get to this point, how to activate it. But I do want to show people that at a point right here, pericardium 8, when you match up this point with this point, it's the most, they say in Chinese medicine, it's the most healing, most calming point combination in the body. And all you do is take this point right in the middle, put it on top of your head, and breathe. It's not too difficult. Good thing to do at night before you go to sleep, because it is so calming and so healing. There's other point combinations I talk about in the program. One of them is for pain. Very powerful point combination. But for calmness and just sort of healing, you might want to try this before you go to sleep at night. Breathe into it. Let the energy circulate and see what happens.
And good for children too, right?
I would think, yes. Yeah.
That's really nice. So how can people reach you again? And you want to go over your special, what you're offering for the month of January?
Sure, yeah, I'd be happy to. So again, kerryloeb.com. It'll show you everything, the free training, everything's on there. You can sign up right there. And as you saw in the commercial, when you sign up, you're going to get a lot of support from me to achieve this health results you're looking for. And that includes a Facebook page where we all talk to each other. I'm doing question and answer calls. I'm sending out a newsletter and various other things to stay in touch so that everybody that enrolls in the program feels like they're being taken care of and they feel like they can reach this level of optimal health that they're looking for. So that's kerryloeb.com, and for the month of January, again, it's $79 instead of $99.
Great. Well, Kerry, it was so nice to have you on the show. We hope to have you back. And I know I'm going to go home and rest a little bit.
Right there you go. Okay, thank you, Sherry. Thank you for having me. It's been wonderful to be here.
Oh, it's wonderful. And I'm definitely going to sign up for your classes so I can do them every morning. I think it's just such a bargain and so easy to do. And to just make sure your energy is very clear and clean and running properly all day long. So we hope to see you again on Macro Magic, and please join us join us for another episode of Macro Magic.
Thank you, Sherry.